Yo, yo. You guys hear me? Yo, yo, yo. Whoa. All right, guys. What's up? What's up? Okay, let's see what's going on here. So, first thing I do, guys, as always, I'm looking at the higher time frames. Very, very, very interesting candlestick price action. Yo, Demirius, what's up, bro? Demirius, did you watch my YouTube shorts? Is that how you found this? Very interesting section we're in the markets, guys. This massive move like this we had in the pre-market was very interesting to me. I don't know exactly where we're going to be going from this point. We did just reject this hourly fair value gap, guys. So I'm going to label this as a standard fair value gap, not in purple. But we did sweep this liquidity to the downside, and now we are pumping. I think these equal highs are going to be the next target, if I had to guess. Okay, we did sweep this high by one tick, if you notice, from last week on Friday. That's when we had the big dump in the morning. But I would not be surprised, guys, to see something of this nature occur. I want to see this hourly inverse, and then we'll look for something to continue us to the upside to take out these equal highs up here. And then ultimately maybe take out these two highs and that daily high that we were looking for. But this is a very tough spot. Again, nothing can really occur, guys, until I see the market close above this hourly fair value gap, in which point I will target these highs up here. I'm trying to see if there's any breakers or anything that I can use for bullish reactions to go higher. We do have the London session high here, and we did technically form an order block here to the downside, so we could use this. But I would have to see something really, really A+ to the upside, which so far, I mean, look at this price action from this morning. There's really not much, guys. We did inverse this 1 minute to the downside, and you can see that we did sweep the next low. But I don't see anything A+ from this point. Nice, Damaris. I don't know. Maybe you asked me a question on the YouTube comments. I'm not sure, but hopefully we can find a really good setup for you today, bro. Okay, let me take off this true day open. It's the same thing as midnight. So yeah, basically, guys, we have to see how we react in this hourly fair value gap. There's an hourly and there's a 15-minute. So the hourly looks like this. The 15-minute is a little bit higher up. So from this Wix high to this Wix low. But primarily, guys, right now I'm looking at the hourly. That's my main form of focus here. I want to see what happens once we deliver into this. Now, if we look back, I just want to see what formed over here. There was some fair value gaps. Oh, this was an inverse. Never mind. So I'm going to delete this off the chart. But yeah, let's see what we get from this level. So I did like that we sweep these lows, guys. However, we do have another set of perfect equal lows. I think they're down here. This is on the hourly, but ultimately, guys, right now I am still somewhat bearish. Even though we have this bullish reaction here, this doesn't mean anything because you can see we're trading into this hourly fair value gap. This could be what we use to reject and go lower, right? We're trading into it, but we could use it to reject and go lower. So if we close above this, guys, my bias will flip and I will look for a 1 minute inverse up to these equal highs right here. Yo, what's up, Robert? Took a small loss. Took small losses on MNQ, was up 200, lost 100. It's the chop. Hey, it's okay, Robert. As long as you are able to manage your risk, if you were up 200, there should be no reason that you're losing 200 on the day. So at least you only lost 100, which is fine. Yeah, 100% Demarius. So I will tell you guys, As you know, if you're in the Discord, but you don't need this, but if you go to the economic calendar section, go to forexfactory.com. This is where I get this information from. But today is a no news Monday, so it's very likely today's price action will not be great. So just keep that in mind, guys. Today for me is going to be eval only. I'm not going to be trading with a funded. I'm not going to be trading with a cash account. And that is the reason. If you ever see a day with no red folder news, realize that the price action is probably not going to be good. It could be, but it's not really about being right, guys. It's about avoiding potential disaster scenarios, which in this case today could be, right? You're not trading to make money, guys. You're trading to preserve your capital, and money is a byproduct of following your rules. So with today's example, we are trading into this hourly. I was not fully expecting this to rebalance just yet, but of course we did. That's probably because it's a no news Monday. But now we're just waiting for a setup. This could be a really, really bad choppy day, guys. So far, the morning session has been choppy. So what I'm expecting is potentially a good session in the afternoon or the 11:15 macro. So we'll see what happens within this chop that we're getting right now. And maybe we'll get clean delivery later on today. We'll see. But normally, guys, if you didn't know, if the morning session is choppy like this, where we're going up and down, very bad delivery, normally there's some kind of a manipulation to the downside or the upside in the afternoon session, and then we get a good setup that cleanly delivers to liquidity. So we'll see what we get, right? Is NQ similar to the NAQ 100? Yes. Yo, what's up, Kay? Good morning. Yeah, the NQ is similar to the NAQ 100, I believe. But NQ is like the main indice. So NAQ 100, I think, is a derivative of NQ or something of that sort. The best price action I've discovered, guys, is from NQ and ES. Nothing else really has... I mean, there is A+ delivery in all charts, but nothing delivers as cleanly, in my opinion, as NQ. It's like the real market, in my opinion. It tracks like... That's the real futures market. So, guys, we're going to have to wait because I don't see anything right now. We could come, so right now we're at the mean threshold of the hourly fair value gap, right? If you take your Fibonacci tool, we actually missed it by a tick, which is interesting. So maybe we get a setup up to there. Let me pull up the 15-second chart so I can show you guys some good stuff on there. Let me pull it up on my other screen here. Hold on one second, guys. Log into Top Step. Okay, so here's the Top Step account. Again, this is that eval that I've been working on. It's the only thing I'm going to be taking trades on today, but you can see we're on the 30-second. On the 15-second, guys, if this ends up inversing, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I don't take 15-second chart trades, guys, but just to see how price action delivers. We do have a tiny 15-second above it. But if this closes above, this should, in theory, deliver us higher to the new buy-side liquidity up here, and then maybe to the 50%, which I showed you guys, which is right above that equal high, that new high. Yeah, this is not a good market to be trading in right now, guys. This is complete chop. I mean, even on the 15-second, this doesn't look great. Now, on the 15-second, there's tons of deliveries, right? So this is a delivery from a 15-second fair value gap, one 15-second inverse, and then you could have taken your profits at this high or moved your stop to break even. But yeah, we'll see if we get a rejection from this 15-second fair value gap. So again, I don't really want to, like, I want to keep you guys entertained, but I don't want to show you guys bad price action. Even though it's on the 15-second chart, it doesn't mean it's an excuse to take the trade, right? You always have to have a good bias and a draw on liquidity. But we can keep it up. Just know that I don't trade on the 15-second chart, guys, but I can use it for potential delivery to where I expect price to go, right? I only take A+ setups, so there are 1,000,001 setups that present themselves during the day, okay? If you're looking at this 15-second chart, look, there's already been a ton of moves. But am I interested in taking these? No, because most of them are not high probability. And you can get smoked trying to trade this, especially as a beginner. So I'm not trying to preach you guys do this, but just, I guess we can read this price action until something good happens. But in theory, guys, if these two inversed to the upside, then we should target the next high, and then we should also target the 50% of the hourly fair value gap, which is right above it. But very interesting how we gapped up this morning. Okay, so, oh, whoops, sorry guys, I moved it out of the way. So we closed above the first, we didn't close above the second, but you can see that we're cleanly delivering, and that should be the delivery to the 50% right there. So, you guys see how that kind of works, but again, do I take those setups? No. Did anybody take a trade this morning? I know Robert took a couple small losses. Did anyone else take any trades? Maybe in the London session? I don't know what sessions you guys trade, but did we form any perfect equal lows down here anywhere, guys? Nope. We missed this one by a tick, so these are not perfect anymore. And apart from that, nothing. Oh, ooh. We did create a bunch of perfect equal lows. There's triple equal lows right here. Very interesting. Okay, so these are perfect equal lows down here. I'm going to look for these as a potential draw today. Because I'm not fully bullish yet, guys. I mean, it's possible that we go up today, but I'm not fully bullish. There's no A+. Oh, this 15-second looks so good, guys. This looks really good to the downside, I'm not going to lie. I would not be surprised to see this deliver us all the way down here to the perfect equal lows. But I'm only taking setups on the 1 minute chart, guys, or above, personally. Tristan, thank you, bro. Yeah, those are a good spot. I didn't even see those initially. Now, to be fair, guys, I will say we have gapped up. This is a massive reaction to this low, so I would not be surprised if these deliver us to the equal highs today. What I would love to see, is a manipulation down to sweep these lows and then get an A+ IFEG to the upside. That would be amazing. Now, I don't think we're going to get that. I mean, we might, but we'll see what happens here. But guys, if we can get some kind of a sweep of these equal lows, then an A+ IFEG, I'll try and target these equal highs today. Imagine if we get that set up. Well, that's a huge, it's a pretty big move. Okay, so this is, let's see how many points this would be if we get an IFEG set up from here. 231 points. Took a lot of liquidity, but left three equal lows on the way up. Yep. So it's possible, guys, that this happens today. Now, the market is moving surprisingly largely, so we're seeing very big point swings, right? So even like one, let me see what 1 MNQ would give us right now. 1 MNQ. Sheesh, big moves. If we were to short from here, guys, just to the equal lows, we're looking at $138 on 1 MNQ, which is pretty large. It's a pretty large day for sure. So guys, one of two things we're waiting for here. If we can inverse this hourly fair value gap, I'm looking for these highs today and this buy side liquidity. If we can't inverse this and we end up rejecting from it, I'll look for lows. But hopefully we get some kind of a fake down move to sweep the equal lows, and then we get the long setup. again, if this inverses now, right, we still have 55 minutes till this inverses, so I don't know if we're going to get a setup, but we will see. So you see why we don't take the 15-second setup, guys? We did close below in the 15-second, but we bounced from a tiny 15-second fair value gap right below it and used that to go higher. So this might be another day, guys, where this delivers without us. This is a market where A+ setups they form rare, few and far between. Like even when we swept this liquidity, guys, all the way down here, in the as soon as the futures market opened on Sunday at 3 o'clock, I was looking for an A+ setup here. This is the 1-minute chart. Do you see any A+ IFEGs that formed in here? Nothing. And it just randomly just started pushing with no delivery. This is not clean price action at all. This is not something I like to trade. Like even this, I mean, was this A+? I would give this like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. Because, I mean, we have obvious liquidity below us that we didn't sweep. We had this like kind of like trend line that formed. So I wanted to see at least this and this low get swept before this IFEG forming. So we'll see what we get, guys. But I would love to see this take as a short right here. Label this as an IFEG. Take it short down to the equal lows. That would be great. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. This looks like pretty bullish price action. But we'll see. Maybe it will change and we'll get a delivery. By the way, guys, let me know if you can hear me okay, if everything seems to be working. All right, good. Warriors for Yeshua. By the way, bro, welcome to the Discord, Warriors for Yeshua. I saw you join. That's awesome, bro. So, guys, I know I said this on the Discord, but now that we're up to 1,300 subs, we're going to be doing 2 days in the Discord live every day. I mean, every week. So, for those of you who are wanting to see me trade with no lag, like on YouTube, I'm going to be doing that exclusively in the Discord. So for those of you that are in there, you'll get 2 days a week. I labeled in the economic calendar section what days I'm going to be trading. I'm going to pick the best days to trade in the Discord. So like the days where the best movement will happen, like CPI and all those things, will be in the Discord. And then the rest of the days will be on YouTube. And then at some point, I haven't decided what amount of subs I will take yet, but then we're going to move it private, probably around 2,000. We'll move it completely private. All the days will be live in the Discord. There'll be no lag, and it'll be completely exclusive to premium members. So, better to miss than to lose. 100%, bro. Guys, I very, 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 very rarely get FOMO in the markets anymore. And it's because I know that it is an extremely irrational market. And just because you miss a setup, guys, does not mean you're going to get something way better on the same day. It's so much better just to be patient, take one setup, and you will be so much more profitable. So, yeah. If there's one thing I can teach you guys, one thing, it's just to be patient and wait for an A+ setup. That's it. So what I really want to see, guys, I want to see these equal lows get swept and then look for a setup. What I'll probably do, if this inverses, we'll try this with one NQ. One only, not my full size of 2 or 3 contracts. If it loses, I'll probably have a very small loss on the day, and then I will take another setup to the equal highs if this liquidity gets swept. That's what I'll be waiting for. So. We'll see what happens here. I have a feeling, guys, and I might be wrong. It might be today, it might be later in the week, but I have a feeling we're going to have a big dump in the markets. Something's going to happen, some news is going to come out, but it's in relation to this buy-side liquidity that we have up here. On the daily chart, this high that we have within this daily fair value gap that we're aiming towards, I think there's going to be a big bearish reaction in here. If not, we're just going to come up and sweep. We have another set of equal highs up here, 2 sets at all-time highs in the market. So we'll see what happens, but I think there's going to be some kind of a rejection from this area, but we'll see. By the way, guys, do you guys like the new thumbnail that I posted? The new YouTube thumbnail? I made a few edits, but if you guys have any input or advice on those, let me know. I'm trying to make them better, but I don't know if that one I have is too simple. The green one that I posted today. I have it in like in a bunch of different colors, but alright guys, so if this ends up inversing, I do not mind this to the downside. I really don't. And you can see we've broken out of this range now, so AM session price action is getting better. But we'll see. How is the rest of the market doing today, by the way? Hold on one second. Let me pull something up here. What the fuck? Hold on, guys. All right, let's see what happens in this 1 minute fair value gap. So this could just be a bullish reaction, guys, and we could end up balancing the hourly high. In fact, I expect that to probably happen here as we traded into this. And this delivers us all the way up to the hourly buy side. But if we end up rejecting it, I think this will be a pretty decent setup to the downside. So let's check out. Yeah, so there's not really any A+ liquidity sweeps up here. So I definitely will not take this with full size. But if we end up getting a big dump down here below the fair value gap, guys, I think it's worth it. You do have to pay attention, though. We do have a little tiny 1 minute here that could be used as bullish price action to go higher. So this is definitely a tough one. But I still think it's pretty good. How's the rest of the market doing? Ugh. Don't want to replay. Let me look at the Mag 7 quick. Nvidia doing well. Nike pushing, which is nice. AMD is pushing. We added this in the Discord, guys, on Friday. I doubled, not doubled, but added more to my position. Tesla down. Top performers, GME doing well. Lowest performer, Celsius. Of course, this garbage stock. All right, let's see what we get here, guys. Do you do one-on-one mentoring and calling on Zoom or phone? The one-on-one mentoring can be whatever you want, Robert. We can do Zoom, we can do phone call, but I prefer Zoom because I can share my screen, you can share your screen. But normally I do it in the Discord. So on Discord you can share your screen and I can share mine, and you can voice chat with each other. So that's how I prefer it. But whatever works for you guys as the person who wants to get a coaching call. So I think this is going to go up here, guys. I'm not going to lie. But again, is there an A+ setup? No. Just because I believe something's going to happen doesn't mean I'm just going to randomly, blindly take a trade. Let me look at ES and see what we're doing here. Similar thing, relatively strong. Yeah, very interesting spot to be in for sure. But you can see they're both delivering pretty strongly. But NQ is behaving more strongly than ES. Yeah, 100%, Robert. So every month, guys. So I'm gonna change it soon because it's not gonna. I don't have enough time to do one-on-one mentoring for everybody. But right now we'll do one-on-one. 30-minute session a month will be included in your premium plan. So for anyone who signs up, I'm gonna say for the next like 5 Discord members that sign up, you'll get 1 30-minute call a month. So there is technically an SMT here, guys. One's making a lower high and one is making a higher high, but this is not an obvious SMT. It's on the 1 minute. It's not like clean. So I don't really like this, especially because we didn't sweep any obvious liquidity to the upside. If there's a major liquidity sweep, I think it's better. But you are correct, there is an SMT here, Robert. But I don't think this is going to be the SMT that delivers us down. Again, could I be wrong? Yes. But you want to look for like major liquidity sweeps with SMTs. Just an SMT on the 1 minute alone is not good enough for me to be like, whoa, this is going to reverse for sure. So I'm looking for SMTs after major liquidity sweeps. Yeah, of course. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, guys, make sure you like this stream if you're in here. It helps other people see it. I really hope that the market ends up stalling here, guys, because if we can close the hourly like right up here, I will look for an A+ setup to these equal highs because these could easily deliver today. Sometimes on No News Mondays, guys, it seems like it's going to be a bad day of price action, and then we end up getting a really good delivery. So we'll see what we get. Do. But yeah, if we can get this liquidity sweep, guys, and then a push higher, I mean, this is a 100-point move. That's crazy. So if we get if we get a real SMT here, I mean, there's not really a liquidity sweep, but there is a 1 minute liquidity sweep here, and then a big downside move. From here to here is a 71-point move. That's wild for. I mean, the market is moving bigly. That's very, very big moves for an individual day. These candles are huge. I know it doesn't seem like it, but when you actually look at how many points we're delivering, that's pretty wild. And again, guys, I mean, do I have FOMO here? No. And is there anything A+ that happened this morning? Absolutely not. Nothing in here is good. No, anybody who's taking trades in this price action, I'm telling you right now, probably doesn't know what they're doing. unless they have some secret enigma in the markets and they know where we're gonna go, unlikely that this is that you're gonna get a successful trade out of this. Again, can you get lucky sometimes? Absolutely. But it's not about being lucky in these markets. It's about sitting and trusting the process and waiting for your model to present itself and then trading. How many times have you guys seen me sit here for 2, 3, sometimes even 4 hours and not click a single button, and then all of a sudden something A+ presents itself and we end up making a ton of money on the screen? Like, you just have to wait for those setups. I know patience is the most difficult thing for human beings, especially in our day and age of monkey brain, TikTok scrolling, instant dopamine, but you have to divulge yourself. I think that's the right word. Divulge yourself from that mentality. So liquidity sweep at SMT on a low time frame and a high time frame equals added convulsions about possible downside. Added confluence, I think, is what you probably mean. Added convulsions, I'm not sure. But yeah, if you get a major liquidity sweep plus an SMT, a major liquidity sweep on the high time frames, major liquidity sweep on the high time frames, an SMT on the lower time frame, plus an IFEG, that is an A+ setup. And if you're including equal highs or equal lows to that setup, it makes it even better. So one of my main models, guys, is looking for equal highs and equal lows on the chart. These are a magnet for price. These are going to hit at some point or another. I keep these marked on my charts. I'll keep these marked on my charts for the next 2 months if I have to. Okay, so bullish reaction to the hourly buy side here, or the hourly fair value gap. You can see now we touched the fair value gap top by a tick, just as I expected. Bounced out of this fair value gap. Now, if we end up getting a rejection here, I think that would be a pretty good short. Because now we fully filled the hourly fair value gap. And yeah, I think this could be a downside move. However, we can't ignore the fact, guys, that we swept liquidity on the higher time frames in the Sunday session, and we have a huge bullish reaction, which tells me this is probably going to close above. And if it does, guys, everything I thought about with the equal lows gets rejected, and we're looking for the equal highs. Now, that doesn't mean we can't come down and sweep these. Like, we might get a big rejection and a wick to sweep these lows and then go up later in the day. So we'll see what we get, but still wouldn't be surprised to see a downside move today. But again, all that matters now, guys, we have a minute until this happens, right? It's 7:23. By 8 o'clock, we need to see what the hourly candle prints. So the hourly candle is what's most important to me right now. Also, let me check what the new week opening gaps are looking like. Ooh, so we do have the new week opening gap. We have a big one that formed. Jesus, I have so many new week opening gaps on my chart. I need to get rid of some of these. Let's do 10 because there's so many. It's actually getting ridiculous now. Is that going to change anything? Still not really. Okay, I'm getting rid of these now because it's too much on the screen for a lot of you. And if you have a question about new week opening gaps, I will tell you guys another time because that's a whole another spiel. But it's pretty much like how the market closes on Friday to how it opens on Sunday. That gap that forms is also like a magnet for price. So super important to have those on your chart. But yeah, so now guys, we're pretty much just waiting here. Still an SMT with ES, right? We made a higher high on NQ, lower high on ES. If this 1 minute inverses, guys, I don't think it's a half bad short. Should we try and scalp this? Down to this low right here. We'll see how the candle closes. I actually do like this to the downside, though. I'm not going to lie. Is this A+, guys? No, I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think it's A+. But it could probably, if you guys want to do a 1-for-1 trade, if this inverse is to the downside, I wouldn't blame you. Am I going to take it for my one trade? No. But it doesn't look half bad. And the reason, guys, again, if this was like if we've been moving up for a ton of time and like for weeks on end or I don't know, for a couple weeks, and then we got this at a high time frame PD rate, I would love it. But we do have equal highs right above us, and we have a very bullish day after gapping up. I know you can't see the gap up, but the Asia session and the London session have had huge pushes. This is very bullish. Do I want to try and like get in front of a moving train? Not really. So a lot of the times, guys, it's also good to try and follow the trend of the day. So again, is this an A+ moment at IFEG to the downside? No. Are we rejecting from an hourly? Yes, I do like that, but I have a feeling, guys, that today's going to push to this high and this high. So I don't really want to get in front of a moving train. I want to wait for something A+, as always. Can't stress that enough. See how my options are doing today. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we get. I think this is honestly just going to deliver us higher. I don't think we're going to get pullbacks, but I might be wrong. Has anybody clicked a button in this big move that we've had? Anyone got FOMO? It's really funny looking at the people in Top Step TV. Guys, should we stream Top Step TV while we're watching this? Guys, maybe we use these guys as our...
Man, it's just always tough.
We use these guys as our inverse
traders are kind of struggling with. Everybody's kind of top picking a little bit here in the gold.
Look at these guys.
Man, when you're I mean, it's just like when the market gets there, when you're at all-time highs, you know, I just tell them wait for a little structure before you go top picking, because it'll just, you know, there goes ES. Come on, take out the highs. 89's the high.
Took out the highs there.
Yep, come on. Just trying.
I mean, if we're here in the first place, we're probably in very good shape.
What are these guys using here on their charts?
Much size up here in the dome.
Let's take a look there. What do you see in there? What do you see on the
Sellers
It's
Friday?
about 390. Yeah.
Yep.
But once again, you never know if it's. See these.
What are they even trading?
A little bit
LE? What
up
the
there,
hell is
93
LE?
3/4. Almost 400.
So they're using, I think this is like,
I know.
this is just like the order book, I guess.
You'd get annihilated in the pit for throwing a mock order out there.
Good way to get punched, isn't it, Hoop? Good way to get punched.
All right, guys, this is actually kind of painful.
60.89 high of the day in the S&Ps. I'll take off of that. We're probably gonna test these.
Where is their, like, they're not talking about order flow at all. They're just talking about the market is hitting a high. The market is hitting a low. I always tell people, try not to top tick the markets. Okay, like, what are they, where's the price action they're talking about? Where are the fair value gaps? I wish they would just bring an ICT trader in there. That would help and mind blow a lot of them, probably. But, yeah, so we just swept a secondary high after closing above an hourly fair value gap, so maybe we get a short here. Well, how many points do we have until this hits today? Let's see. 125 points until the equal highs. Nobody agrees on one thing. Yeah, like you'd think that they would hire two or three people max, I would do, but also have them agree and have the same model so that they actually agree and give people value. But their goal, guys, Top Step's goal is not to let people make money. I'm telling you right now. They don't want people to make money. They don't profit if you make money. They want you to lose, okay? prop firms, no matter how they advertise themselves, they make money off of you losing money. So, yeah, obviously they wouldn't hire people that are actually agreeing and have a sound model. Like, there's just no way that they would do that. Everybody would win, or in theory, everybody would win, and then they would lose money. So, it doesn't benefit them to hire profitable traders or people that are all in agreement on something. I think, guys, if I had to guess, this is just going to be a slow grind up day. But yeah, there's nothing A+ form in here. I hope that Trump ends up tweeting something and we get a big down close candle here. Okay, so the 4 hour did not close above, guys. You see how there's a 4 hour fair value gap right? Whoops, I used the Fibonacci. There is a 4 hour fair value gap right here. And you can, did we close above it? Oh, we closed above on the 4 hour. That's a very bullish sign, guys, too. I think this is going up. I don't really, guys, want to take any shorts here. So what I would love to see is the hourly to close above. We got 30 minutes to go. And what I think will probably happen is we close above. We probably retrace somewhere in here. Maybe we get that wick I was talking about to go and sweep these equal lows. And then I think these are coming next. So we'll see what we get. Again, I'm not fully expecting a downside move, and we don't have to target these equal lows today. What could happen is we target the equal highs and then get a dump to the equal lows. But once this hourly closes above, guys, this is what I'm talking about when I say price action. When the candlesticks close above a bearish fair value gap, everybody who tried to short this fair value gap is sweating bullets right now, right? They're like, well, this fair value gap should bring us to the downside. Why is it closing above? So you have to think, everyone that's short, where is their stop loss in this market? Their stop loss is above this candle's high, and then something that most people don't even see is the equal highs, the perfect equal highs that formed from January 24th. So this is a target for me. So I don't think, I have a feeling we're not even going to get retracements. Again, could I be wrong? Yes, I'm wrong all the time. I'm not a guru. I'm not a fortune teller. Nobody has a crystal ball in the markets. But I do strongly believe that these are going to hit at some point soon. And especially if this hourly fair value gap, the body of the fair value, if the body of the candle closes above the fair value gap, I believe this high actually swept this high. So this high and the equal highs are next. There's a gap up at 810.75. 810. 75 and 813. I don't know what gap you're talking about, Robert. Okay, I am wrong all the time. Most traders are wrong a lot of the time, okay? I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not perfect. A lot of the times I will say that something's going to happen and it ends up not happening, but does that mean that I click a button personally? No. Just because you're wrong about something doesn't mean that you're losing money, right? I mean, most of the time my overall predictions are decently correct, but like if I predict I think this is going to go down on the 1 minute chart and it ends up not, I mean, that happens all the time. You guys see that happen on live all the time. I'm not a fru, guys. I don't have a crystal ball. Anyone that tells you they know where the market's going to go tick for tick, they're lying. They're absolute liars. But when an A+ setup happens and I see liquidity get swept, guys, the odds of me being correct increase exponentially because I use liquidity. Liquidity is your best friend in these markets. My chart literally didn't show the 1 minute candle. Oh, I got you, Robert. Robert, do you use TradingView? What do you use for your candles? TradingView Mobile? I don't know why it didn't print. Are you using NQ or MNQ? Did MNQ maybe gap? No. MNQ also, same thing. Via Apex data. Interesting. Yeah, guys, I wonder how many people left this stream when I said I'm not always right. I'm telling you, most people have this delusional sense of what trading is. They think there are people out there. Yeah, what's up, Pepe? They think there are people out there that know what's going to happen on every single candlestick and that everything they say is going to happen and you're never going to lose money. If you have that expectation, guys, you are not built for trading. If you think you're going to be able to click the button and never take a loss, you've lost your mind. It's not possible. 0% chance. I guarantee you. If you actually go through the road of becoming a profitable trader, there is a 0% chance that you walk away without losing money. It is impossible. You have to put on risk in these markets. It's the only way you're going to succeed. You don't make money unless you risk, right? Reward doesn't come without risk. If your career is basically providing liquidity to the marketplaces, do you think you're going to walk away unscathed for your whole life clicking buttons? You lost your mind. You've lost your mind. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. If that's the kind of person that you are, that you think you're going to walk away without losing money, this is not for you, okay? I don't know how else to say it. I don't want to scare you guys, but the reality of trading is you're going to lose money. But if you're profitable, you obviously make far more money than you lose. And yeah, Charlie, good morning. I know exactly where the markets are going, either up or down or sideways. Guys, round of applause for Charlie. Uh-oh, why did my camera just started flickering blue? Oh, probably because I clapped and it has like AI movement or something. Yeah, guys, Charlie he's newer to the Discord, and it's actually great because he's actually going to take over the Discord, and he's going to tell us which direction the market's going to move because he has a crystal ball. I actually understand, from what I understand. Monkey brains, yeah. I mean, listen, guys, we all have monkey brains, and again, I'm talking about this because look at what the market's doing right now. Is there a setup here? No. Okay, we all have monkey brains. Okay. And basically the goal is to get rid of the monkey brain, if you can, by doing the exact opposite of what the monkey brain tells you. Most people, they get scared when a stock or a company is at extreme discounts. Like, for example, guys, in the Discord, I know you guys know this, but I'm a huge fan of Tesla. Nobody wants to buy Tesla here. Everyone's like, oh no. By the way, this is kind of, ooh. So we did just inverse a weekly fair value gap to the downside. I don't really like that for Tesla, but it's not the end of the world. We could trade back down into this fair value gap here at 309, but this could also be a fake IFEG. We'll see. But everybody is scared to buy Tesla when it's down from 480 to 360. But everyone loved Tesla on this candle. They all wanted to buy Tesla here. But when it's down here, our monkey brain tells us it's not good and we shouldn't buy it. I am selling puts on Tesla heavily in these areas because I believe Tesla's going to be a $5 to $10 trillion company in the future. So I'm happy to buy Tesla in these levels. My monkey brain tells me, oh no, it's going down. It's going to keep going down. Why should I be buying this? But if you can get out of that monkey brain mentality, you'll end up making money because you're buying when everyone else is fearful. Same thing happened with Nvidia when it was down. Same thing happened with Celsius. Enphase. Same thing happened with Starbucks. Everything you can think of. UNH. This is another one that I bought when it was all the way down here. And you can see there was a huge move to the upside. I took most of my profits on this candle right here. But that was alerted in the Discord too. But again, guys, always be looking for stuff on discount and avoid your monkey brain. But anyways. Saturday call out by Charlie. The market goes sideways. That would be sick if Charlie called that. I didn't see it, but just Charlie is the fortune teller of the Discord. Charlie, you should name your nickname in the Discord fortune teller or something, so everyone knows that you have a crystal ball. Dude, why is my camera moving? I swear, there's like a ghost in my camera. This is crazy. Alright guys, again, still nothing. I think this looks like it's just going to keep pushing higher. And it's just trying to stop out traders with these little 1-minute candles. But again, is there anything here? No. We want to wait for the hourly candle to close. Hopefully it closes somewhere here. We get a retracement into the hourly, and then we get a push up to the equal highs. I will take this setup today if we get it. Label this buy side right here. And yeah, we'll take a partial here and a partial at the equal highs if we get it. Gear Grind. Gear Grind, you're the ghost of my camera, bro. Good morning, bro. I know, Charlie. I know. Just messing with you, bro. Just messing with you, brother. But yeah, guys, I have a feeling what's going to happen is something like this today. And again, this is a complete guess. There's nothing here. Please do not take any setups based on what I'm telling you here. But I'm going to guess that we grind up. We have a top, a secondary top, and then we collapse. This is what I've seen happen quite a few times in the market. So I would just look for this. Okay, this is a model that happens I wouldn't say quite often, but it happens. We leave equal highs in the morning, we come up, slowly stop out traders who try to short, and then we get some random setup or dump at the end of the day when Trump says something. So let's see. Here, guys, and yes, I am trading the March contract, NQH. If you look at NQ, guys, H is the March. We roll over to the M contract at the end of, so March, April, May, June. So basically every 3 months, guys, you're rolling from contract to contract. I don't want to confuse you guys, but in the first video of my mentorship that I just posted, the next episode comes out on Wednesday. You guys will see the I explain the contracts in that video, so you can go over there. But every 3 months of the year, you'll see the volume will start to die down on NQH at the end of I believe at the end of March. We'll have to see, but at some point, the volume will start declining on this contract, and then we roll over to the next one. Let me see where the new week opening gap is here. Okay, so we still have quite a bit of space on this new week opening gap, so I wouldn't be surprised if we fully fill the new week opening gap. But, yeah. So I think this is going to probably push above this high and go higher again. Guys, I wish I could tell you something better here, but there's nothing. I wish I could tell you that there's something A+ here, but unfortunately there's not. I think this is probably just going to chop up, and slowly grind up until we hit this buy side. Again, once the hourly closes, guys, in 15 minutes, this is all I'm looking at right now. How does this hourly candle print? If this prints bullish like this, we're going up to buy side and with a very high degree of certainty. And then from there, maybe we can look for rejections. We'll see. But it's in my opinion that we're probably not going to do much to the downside until this hourly closes above. So also, we just started a macro time. Pepe, not necessarily, because what they could do is they could close it right at the hourly for value gap, and then they'll just deliver it on the next candle without getting a close. So there could be manipulation back to the downside here before the hourly closes, and then they'll just deliver it on the next hourly candle without getting a close to make sure that no traders get in on this leg higher. But we'll see what happens. I think this looks like it's going to close above, so we'll see. Again, there's still 15 minutes until the candle close, so I don't know. I'm just saying that if it happens, immediately, guys, my my attention is taken away from these equal lows, and these equal highs will be my next form of attention. So I will look for something A+ within this leg of price, this hourly candle, all that's printed over the last hour. I'm going to look for something in here to go long. Do they sweep the liquidity of the last FEGs, then push back up? Sometimes. We don't know for sure, Pepe. If this closes above, guys, this could be the low and we could just go all the way up. But a lot of the times they'll redeliver price into somewhere into this fair value gap to stop traders out who are long on this candle, and then they'll deliver it up to the buy side. Again, I don't know how they're going to deliver it. There's so many different ways they do it. All my job is, guys, is to find an A+ liquidity sweep and an IFEG, and I take it. If there's no liquidity sweep, but there's a very clean-looking IFEG, I will take it with half size or a third size, just depending on what I feel. Depending on how the candles print. It is, bro. The stock market is just like the casinos, guys. The stock markets wouldn't exist if the house didn't make money. Okay? The house makes money because they manipulate the markets heavily. Your job is just to be part of that manipulation and be on the right side of the trade. And not follow the Top Step TV, guys. Gear Grind. I was quoting Method Man on a movie called How High. I don't know that movie. I'm uncultured, guys. Inverse top step. Yeah, like seriously. I'm telling you guys, if you inverse what the top step guys say, you'll probably be profitable. Would you take the 50% retrace of the 1042 red order block candle for a scalp to the highs? That's not my model, Robert. But if that's a model that you have back tested and it works for you, then by all means. No, Gear Grind, I don't think Top Step's misleading people. I think that their analysts are probably not great, and that may be by design. But I don't think they're intentionally misleading people. Because like even guys to accurately be an inverse indicator of the markets is extremely difficult. Right? To be 100% correct and to be 100% wrong is extremely difficult in the markets. Because if you think about it, it's the same thing. Right? If you're always wrong or you're always right, you're predicting with 100% accuracy either the correct direction or the opposite direction. So either one, just being 100% wrong and 100% right is equally as difficult. I hope that makes sense. What just happened? I shouldn't hold up numbers, guys. My camera like recognizes when I hold up gang signs. And it starts tweaking and like doing all these, like making all these different colors in the background. But yeah, so I don't think they're misleading people. Okay, so in 1 hour sweep has been done. Just looking to go to buy side liquidity if we close above the IVG. Exactly. Okay. So this is the last bearish PD array that's holding down price in this leg, right? So if we close above this, it signifies to me that market structure is bullish. And so I'm targeting the next buy side because you have to think of this logically, guys. Everybody who's shorting this hourly fair value gap, where is their stop loss? Their stop loss is at this high and this high. So if we close above this, it's very likely that the market is going to deliver to the next high to stop out traders. This is a lot of liquidity resting at this high. Cameras hired by YouTube guidelines. 2 red candles forming on a woman is yay Lego shorts. Is there, so also guys, in this leg of price, is there an A plus IFEG here? No. There's no fair value gaps that form in this leg. So would I take this short? Hell no. Yeah, okay, so what I would look for, once the hourly closes above, guys, if it does, I immediately will zoom into my lower time frames, look for a liquidity sweep. So let's say the hourly closes above here, guys. What would be A plus? If we end up coming down and sweeping one of these 2 lows, because this is liquidity on the 1 minute time frame, and then getting some kind of an IFEG from here to deliver up to the equal highs and the buy side would be A plus. Does that make sense, guys? So I would aim for this low and this low. These are liquidity on the charts. And then get an IFEG setup from within this 1 minute fair value gap with this order block and this order block. That would be A plus. So you have to think, guys, where are the longs making money right now? This low and this low is where their stop losses are, right? So the algorithm likes to drive price to these lows and then delivers it higher. Okay? But I'm only looking for that if this hourly closes above. If it doesn't close above, then I don't have a 100% indication or a very strong confirmation that this high is coming. Once it closes above, I zoom in, I see where are longs making money. This high, I mean this low, and this low are their liquidity. This is where all their stop losses are resting. So if we close above on the hourly, I'm looking for the algorithms to come down, stop out traders who are long at these 2 lows, and then deliver the market higher. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Let me know if what I'm saying makes sense, or if it doesn't make sense, I will explain it as best as I can if I don't help you understand there. Super A plus, and I include the 15-minute opening range to everything you mentioned. 100% gear grind. If that works for you guys, that works for you. 15-minute opening range. So are you talking about this set of order blocks? Is this the opening range? Are you looking for a breakout? I don't know, but close that hourly fair value gaps on purpose above. Yeah, 100%. It's all by design. Telling you guys. So the other thing they can do if they really want to mess with traders is they'll close it right at the fair value gap and not give people the opportunity to see this confirmation, and then they'll just deliver the market higher. Opening range candle on the 15. So at 9:30 gear grind. So guys, we got 6 minutes until the candle close, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I think that's a good method, gear grind, for sure. 62% of the market is long right now, according to the tilt. So Top Step has this cool feature where it shows how many people on Top Step are long and how many people are short. 62% of people are long. Very interesting. Does that mean that the market's going to reverse? Not necessarily, but I'm telling you guys, when more people are long than short, the algorithms like to spool price at the downside to stop out people who are long. 5 minutes. Let's see if we get the hourly fair value gap closed, guys. Yeah, it's crazy, Charlie. Like, all I think about, guys, just trying to, like, put it into perspective. If I was looking to manipulate the markets, if I was looking to make people lose money, what would I do? And I just look at the market from there. And immediately that shows me what I think will happen, right? So I think to myself, if I made money in this whole leg of price, where would I have my stop loss? And I immediately see this wick low and this wick low. So I know that if the market is going to continue bullish, we can easily come down and take these out. And once we do, then when everyone is sad because they got stopped out of their trades and liquidity has been taken and they are forced to sell their positions, somebody's buying the positions that they're selling, right? So I want to be that person who's buying up these positions and taking the market higher. So just think of the market like, if I was a market maker, how would I make others lose money? And try and find liquidity in the markets, and then you can look for reversals from there. But you guys, eventually you will get to the point where you see what I'm seeing. It just takes time. I've been looking at the candlesticks for many a years, many a hours, and I plan to do many a more. So, am I wrong sometimes? Yes, guys. Everybody is wrong sometimes. But if you can come up with an accurate model and be correct more than you're wrong, and hold your winners and cut your losers quick, you'll end up being profitable. So, again, guys, what am I looking for here? 3 minutes until the hourly close. If this hourly fair value gap closes above, say it again, I will aim for the next internal high. That is where I believe the market is going. If this closes above. If it doesn't, nothing happens. I'm not taking a trade. Until I see an hourly close above this, nothing changes in my bias. I would still, at that point, I'd prefer to see these equal lows. But if we close above this, immediately, where does my eye go? Where everyone that's short the market on this big down move from Friday, where is their stop loss? At this candle's high, this internal buy side. What do we have above the buy side? Perfect equal highs. So if I can literally just wait patiently till the hourly close and look for an IFEG setup to the upside, that's going to be my setup for the day. One trade and we're done. If I win, great. If I lose, great. But that's literally all that it takes, guys. Understand liquidity, wait for a fair value gap to get closed above, making it an inverse fair value gap, and then you target the next internal high. That is how the markets run. If you lose your trade, okay, big whoop. Don't cry about it. Go on to the next one. Right? You preserve your capital by keeping your risk low, and you let your winners run. Okay, guys, 1 minute left. Let's see if we get the hourly close above. 1 minute left. And again, I'm also looking at the higher time frames, right? Is the 4 hour, we already closed above this 4 hour fair value gap, which tells me already this is a bullish sign. So now we're just waiting for the hourly because there's nothing apart from that. 30 seconds. Let's see what we get, guys. I just got an alert that Apex is having their 80% off sale again. Let's see, guys. 15 seconds, 20 seconds left. Are they going to hold the market at the hourly fair value gap, or are they going to close it above? Let's see. Let's see what they do. Come on, close it above for us. Come on. Come on. Let's go. All right, guys, so we got the close above. And now we'll look for some kind of an A+ setup. So we'll see what we get. Again, guys, what I'm looking for now, I want to see a sweep of this low and this low potentially, and then get an IFEG setup from here to go higher. That's what I would take today. If I get it, great. If I don't, all right, it's fine. Now, do they have to come down and sweep this low? Absolutely not. But I would like it. And that's the only way I would take something. Again, guys, hopefully they end up closing the market to the downside. I mean, hopefully they end up sweeping liquidity so we can take a trade. "66% of people are along the market right now. 66%.
Got me. My bad. Thinking about the Chicago Bears.
What are these
So it
guys
looks
saying?
a little cleaner on a 1 minute chart today, but yeah, we've had some decent opportunity with bull flags all session long.
Oh, the bull flags. The bull flags.
Basically, it's just a pullback from the underlying trend for the day, and you play the breakout of it. Or if you're,
Did you guys hear that? He said this is an underlying trend of the day, and you played the breakout. So if this breaks out to the upside, guys, let's see if this ends up holding. This is classic retail logic. Bull flag, if we break out of the bull flag, that's when you go long. When in reality, guys, that's when you go short. Because if they sweep all the LRR to the upside and we have equal lows below or liquidity below it, then that's where the market ends up heading. So we'll see.
who look like little channels, right?
Who knows when Trump's coming in?
Look at the drawing tools. Well done, JD.
And we're in it right now. So
It's like Picasso over here.
Really is.
if you really wanted to get ahead of it, you could play the lower extreme of these trend lines, but you're always risking to get ticked out, you know, little paper cuts until you actually hit the actual move, and then you're also risking a failed move. So the best way to play it is to play it on the breakout. So, this
Oh, retail logic. I love it. $130 Trump is releasing something. Get ready for a downside pump, guys. The Trump dump. Yeah, so like let's say we get a big sweep above this and then a 1 minute IFEG, guys, after sweeping buy side with a potential SMT with ES. That would be a great short. And again, where would you target? This low and this low. My God. But guys, I told you guys already before we got in here, this is a no news Monday. So are we expecting price action to be good? No. And you can see, I mean, volume is low here. The whole market is waiting for CPI on Wednesday, where they release inflation data. And that number is probably going to give algorithms the excuse to run price. Right? The algorithms use red folder news to deliver price to where it needs to go. So before red folder news, if we have very major red folder news like we do, like we have CPI on Wednesday, again, guys, economic calendar, look at Wednesday, core CPI at 5:30. This is going to be the best day to trade, and I will trade this live in the Discord. But this is the day that the algorithms use excuse to run price. Today, we have yellow folder news, the weakest news in the market. There's nothing going on today, and that's why volume is probably low. Tomorrow, we have a Fed chair speaking, but that's the lowest of the red folder news normally, and nothing else is red folder. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have red folder news, PPI, CPI, and core retail sales. Those are the days the market moves. Specifically, CPI, though, moves the market more than any other red folder news. So, patience. I really, guys, when I get off the stream, unless you guys want to watch Top Step TV, when I get off the stream later, I'm just gonna watch them and literally just look at how like all the nonsense that I'm hearing, and then probably inverse. We'll see what we get, but I would not be surprised if we get a good inverse from them. So again, guys, is there an A plus IFEG here to the downside? No. So will I take this short? No. But I would love to see this candle just random miraculously sweep this low, and this low, and then look for a long from there. I don't like to inverse anyone. I just watch and learn what they're doing wrong. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, listen. You guys should never just inverse somebody for the sake of inversing them. Okay, that's dumb. But you should learn how price action behaves. And if you see somebody taking something long that you know is probably going to inverse to the downside, like an IFEG, then for sure inverse them. Because basically, when you look at breakout traders, okay, there's a lot of people that love to break out of the market. They see bull flag and they're like, oh, let's take the breakout trade. What happens is they're sweeping liquidity to the upside, and then they inverse the market and stop everybody out who took the breakout. So if you see that, and then you see an A plus IFEG form, for example, that's an excellent setup, in my opinion. So not just inversing blindly, but use your logic and your model to take an inverse if it makes sense. Inverse somebody using an inverse fair value gap. We know they are doing wrong, but I don't mean copy them. We get our setup to inverse them. Exactly. Yeah, just look for like when they take a breakout trade, and then wait for an IFEG setup to form. So something like this, right? Let's say they take the breakout right here, because it's a bull flag, right? They have this bull flag that forms right here, and they want to take a breakout. What actually happens is we get an inverse, and we end up trading back down into this liquidity. That's what I would be looking for, personally. So this 1 minute fair value gap, guys, is holding up price. So if this ends up closing below, I would not be surprised to see this low and this low. I keep hearing you guys say inverse fair value gap. Can you give a very brief 1 or 2 explanation? Yeah, I can do that for you, Robert. Also, on Wednesday, the fair value gap and inverse fair value gap mentorship video is coming out, so you can watch that too. But this is a fair value gap right here, okay? It's a bullish fair value gap. In theory, the market should use this to go higher, okay? But if we end up closing below it, so let's say the body, the candle with a full body closes below the fair value gap, that signifies to me that it's now going to be used as resistance. Instead of being used as support to go higher, if we close below, we're going to use it as resistance, and we're going to end up going down to the next area of liquidity, which is these perfect equal lows. But yeah, that's it for the brief explanation, Robert. Would you say Top Step is the same as IML Academy? I don't know what IML Academy is. Does that... Wow, Robert just got mind blown. Does that make sense, Robert? So that's the whole idea behind an inverse fair value gap. I don't know if that's mind blown like you understood it, or mind blown like that you didn't understand it at all. But pretty much, yeah, it's a bullish reaction, and if we close below it, it becomes bearish, and we use it to go down. Okay, guys, so here's the bull flag. Okay, I'm gonna be like Top Step. Here's the bull flag. Let's copy and paste this. If we break out of the bull flag, guys, make sure you look for a long setup after the retest of the bull flag. All right. So wait for the breakout and wait for a retest and see what we get. But you guys can see how this is viewed as a retail bull flag, right? We're making lower highs and lower lows, and then eventually we break out and go to the upside. IML's now closed. They had the same concept of having a TV where they educate people through the day. Listen, I'm all for education. Maybe their education was good and people started winning and then they lost all their money. But a lot of these prop firms end up going bankrupt because they don't know how to manage funds. They don't know how to run a business. But that's why you guys got it. If you're going to trade with prop firms, again, majority of my money is traded through a cash account, but I do have prop firms. Pick the good ones. I think Top Step, Apex, and My Funded Futures are the best ones that I know of. Oh, come on, market. Let's do something. Let's do something really nice. So if you guys pay attention, we do have a new week opening gap up here. So maybe what they do is they actually do get a breakout trade up to the new week opening gap and then reject it. I don't know. But we'll see. Let me mark out where the tie is here. Give me 1 second, guys. This is the top of the new week opening gap. I'll label it in orange so we don't have to have these on our chart. So they could now sweep the last tops and then inverse the downside. Absolutely, Pepe. They absolutely could. Okay, so everybody and their mother sees this bull flag now and they're like, break out, break out. Could they be right? Yes. I mean, is it possible that they're wrong? Obviously. But again, until I see something A+, guys, I'm not taking anything. Break out, break out. They say, yeah, guys, that was a fake breakout. You can't be right every time. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but I'm also not gonna say something that's not true. You can be profitable trading bull flags. Okay, you can be profitable with any model if you follow your risk, but there are just models that work better than others. And like, there's a bull flag. It's like a pattern that is open to interpretation. Like, is this a bull flag? Is it an ascending wedge? Is it I don't know, whatever they call it. You can be profitable trading this, but there's just models that are much like that, have a much higher degree of accuracy and a much higher chance of allowing you to move your stop to break even so you don't lose money. So like I don't trade patterns that are open to interpretation. I trade price action, liquidity, and fair value gaps. It's undeniable. You can't fake liquidity. If liquidity is swept, it's swept. It's not like open to interpretation. Once the liquidity is swept, if you see a bullish reaction and an inverse fair value gap, it's very likely the next internal high is going to get swept. So at minimum, we have a spot to target and we know exactly when our trade is going to lose. It's a 1 minute close back below the fair value gap. I don't like what ifs. I like hold on 1 second, guys. This heater is getting hot. I like specifics. I don't like models that are open to too much interpretation. And when you trade these retail concepts of like these drawings, like fair value, bull flags, like it's not worth it. So I would love to see this, guys. If we can, let's say we have a fake breakout here. We inverse to the downside, sweep all this liquidity, and then get the IFEG. So let's say we have a fake breakout. They're like, oh, enter on the retest. And all of a sudden the retest doesn't work and we just collapse down to this low. That's where I will look for an IFEG setup. Back to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. Top Step went short from rejecting this. Uh-oh. Damn it. I don't want them to go short.
7.25, 867.25, short one. What's your CYA?
901. 901.
901. All right, cool. We have a downside target, or is this a trail?
40s conservatively, and then 800.
Cool.
840, 800.
Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Tilt 62% short the NASDAQ, 50-50 on the ES. We did see ES as high as 79%. Starting to see a little bit selling coming in here in the NASDAQ. 21,858 last trade there. 859s now. S&P's rolling over a little bit as well. Dow might have started this party to the downside.
Bro, they're talking like like sportscasters. A little bit on the downside. Yeah, we got ES going to the short side. Come on, bro. Okay, so we did just sweep one set of liquidity right there. Again, is there anything A plus in here? Do I want to be part of this price action, guys, where there's all these wicks like this? Absolutely not. But I would love to see this fake breakout stop that short guy out, then go back down, sweep this liquidity, then go up. Sounds like Storage Wars. Oh yeah, it's like an auction house. Bro, like, are you a trader or are you an auction bidder? Like, what do you? I mean, technically, guys, this is an auction house, right? There's buyers and sellers, so technically this is an auction. But I'm not trying to be the auction guy. I don't got the speed for that. Or the energy. My God, guys, I just hope something happens soon. I have patience and discipline, but also I don't like to just sit and not get anything. Would love to hear that from you, Pepe. Guys, I'm not your auctioneer. I will help you guys see price properly, but I will not perform like a monkey. Even though we all have monkey brains. You see how the themes always comment, like they're kind of cyclical. Monkey brains, monkey performance. We're all monkeys, guys, but the only way you'll be profitable in this career is if you get out of the monkey mindset. You don't perform like a monkey. You don't trade like a monkey. You inverse the monkey. If you inverse the monkey, you'll be profitable, all right? Inverse the monkey in you. Brian Joy, quick. Prop firm and cash account difference. I'm under the impression that you can trade with leverage using prop firms, also setting contracts quicker. So futures is trading with leverage regardless, Brian, of what you trade with. When you trade futures, you're essentially, I guess you're in control of a certain amount of contracts, much more than what you're actually in control of. So, for example, you might be able to trade with $100,000 worth of contracts with a very small amount of money, like $5,000 with futures. So futures in general is leverage trading. A cash account basically means you're trading with your own cash. A prop firm means that you're trading with somebody else's cash. But most prop firm accounts, it's actually fake money. So like right here, I have an eval account through TopStep, okay? Essentially, they're giving me $50,000 to trade with, but this is completely fake money. It's not real. And even if this turns into a funded account, when it does, it's still not going to be real money. I'm trading with sim money, but they're paying me as if I'm trading with real money. So everything is leverage, but the difference is a cash account is like, I have a separate account with somebody called TradeStation, and I use them with a cash account. I also have a Charles Schwab and Fidelity, where I deposit my own cash and I can trade with it. It's still leverage, but you're using your own cash. So the benefit to prop firms is that you're basically not risking your own money. And if you don't have any money, you can use prop firms as a means to making money. But yeah, I hope that makes sense, Brian. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you acknowledging the videos, and I will work my best to make sure that they're good. Okay, guys, so TopStep TV, guys, making money right now on the downside after rejecting the trend line. Okay, so in theory, guys, if this 1 minute fair value gap closes below, this is a short down to these lows. Am I taking this? Is it A plus? No. Nothing in this leg is A plus to me. I look at this, I don't see any A plus fair value gaps. All I see is wicks. This is terrible price action. What would be really awesome is to see this, okay? Fake breakout and stop this TopStep TV out. TV guy out, sweep some of this liquidity to the upside, then go down, take this fair value gap, and then go up. So how long that will take to deliver, I don't know, but my job is not to time it. Kutan Trading, what's your advice for risk management? Risk management is a tough concept, but it really just depends on what you're trading. If you have a cash account and you have $20,000 in the account, I mean, I would never risk more than 1% of that account or 2% maximum on a trade. But you guys should never, no matter what the size of your account is, you really shouldn't ever be risking more than like 2%, 3% of the account. If it's a prop firm and you want to make money quicker and you're confident with your model, maybe you can risk 5% if it's a small prop firm account and it's an eval and you want to pass it quicker. But in the grand scheme of things, I would never risk more than 1 to 2% of your account on one trade. Never. As far as like the trade itself, I mean, I would never do less than a 1-to-1 RR. So if you're risking $1 to make less than $1, it doesn't make any sense. I like risking $1 to make $2 or risking $1 to make $3. Okay, so there's the woman that closed below. In theory, guys, this should deliver us down to this liquidity. And then from here, maybe we get an upside trade. We'll see. Yeah, 100%, Kutan. Kutan, do you trade a prop firm or do you trade a cash account? Cash account, okay. So, if you're new to trading, bro, I would just say you trade SPY, okay. You guys can trade whatever you want. I trade futures because the tax benefits are a lot better. You get charged, you pay way less taxes on profits in futures trading, and it's more accurate than SPY in my opinion, far more accurate. But what was I gonna say? If you have a cash account, Kutan, just be careful, bro. Because with a cash account, you have no restrictions, right? No one's telling you how many times you can click a button. Nobody's telling you how much money you can lose. So my main suggestion for you is make a promise to yourself that you're taking 1 trade maximum a day. If it's a winner, you step away. If it's a loser, you step away. If you can promise yourself that you take 1 trade a day, that in itself is one of the best risk management principles I could recommend to you. Trust me from experience over years of losing money in the past and over trading and doing things that are stupid. The best advice I could give you is to literally promise yourself that you are only clicking the button once a day. If you can do that and actually follow it, you're going to separate yourself from 99% of traders. 99% of people, guys, cannot click the button 1 time and step away. 99% of people. These markets are like a casino. They flood you with dopamine if you are new and you don't understand what you're doing. And yeah, so that's the problem. I fall into overtrading. My analysis is 60-40. Yeah, Kutan. And anybody else here, the best advice I could give you, if you haven't proven to yourself that you can be profitable, if you haven't proven that you can stop yourself from tilt trading, I would honestly liquidate your cash account. Put it back in your bank account, let it earn interest, or invest it into something that's making you money. I would personally invest in a prop firm, and I love this one. I just found out about it. I've been funded for quite a while with Apex. And I mean, I have cash accounts now because I actually have proper risk management. But this TopStep X account can literally force you to stop trading. So you can have a max loss and a max amount of trades for the day. So if I would say anything for a newer trader that's struggling, is not profitable, hasn't proven to themselves they're profitable, save yourself the depression. One of these days, you are going to blow your account because you don't have proper risk management, you don't have market understanding, and you're going to end up losing your ass. So I'm telling you right now, even though you think you're different because your ego's telling you otherwise, just like mine did back in the day, that I was different to other traders and I wasn't going to overtrade and I wasn't going to blow my account, trust me. If you're new, you're going to blow your accounts. I guarantee it. So if I were you, I would literally liquidate your cash accounts and focus on getting funded by a prop firm like TopStep, where you can literally limit your trades and you are saved, like the computer is saving you from yourself. Okay? So that's what I would suggest to you guys. Okay, so let's see. Did Top Step TV guy get stopped out of his trade? Did he do a trailing drawdown
For
there?
21,867. We did see some selling come in. We got close to those
Here's the
840s. That was your first
sportscaster.
target. You got to what? 44s? Are you still in this trade? How are you managing that stop?
Holding. I'm short 2 from 67 and a quarter. We're still holding.
Okay.
We did get pretty close to that initial target, but let's see. If we don't get any buyers stepping in here, I might actually add to this one on the downside.
Yeah, he was looking at ES.
We should have
Wait, what's
shorted
that?
that target
ES
we had in
second ago?
ES, Jay.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank
right?
you, Simon. I appreciate it, bro.
That 94 target was.
He was definitely on
all
ES,
handles
and now he's on
from now.
MNQ. How many
I might
times did you blow
actually
your
add that.
accounts?
Let's see.
I've never blown a cash account, Simon, personally, but there has been days where I've lost over like $4,000. That's probably the worst that's ever happened to me. Oh, with a cash account. That was probably, give or take, 3 years ago, when I wouldn't say I was new to the markets. I still had like a year and a half of experience, if not more. But that day, like, hit me super hard. At that point, I didn't have nearly as much money as I have now. Now, I'm not saying I'm a loaded Bill Gates, but definitely a different financial situation to where I was 3 years ago. But $4,000 is still, I mean, no matter what, $4,000 is a lot of money to lose in a single day, right? So, yeah. Definitely didn't blow accounts. At that point, I decided I'm not going to be trading with a cash account until I prove to myself that I'm profitable. And yeah, from that point on, we slowly built accounts up, traded with prop firms. And yeah, I actually didn't find out about prop firms until about a year ago, give or take, even less. So I did end up trading with cash accounts, but I made a promise to myself that I would only take 1 or 2 trades maximum a day. And from that day on, I didn't become instantly profitable, but that was a slow grind to profitability. All right, let's see if Mr. Top Step TV gets stopped out of the trade. I want to see how he manages this. Let's pull it up one more time.
Close. We can go to you.
Yeah.
Let's see how he manages
Let's
this
get
trade.
along the-
Share.
If we get a breakout of this
Along the
trend
way.
line. So you can see the screen here, what he's looking
The
at.
case for gold at 3,000 by the end of the month just keeps getting stronger and stronger.
Is he?
I know.
What is he
We're
up
talking
on?
about end of
Gold
week
and
with the way
London.
this thing is going.
$27. He's trading
You know,
with
overnight they do a lot of the heavy lifting lately.
2 MNQ.
Yep. Especially in Europe.
Yeah, exactly, Simon.
Crude new highs.
Crude new highs indeed, man. Everything's
Look
so
at
quiet right now.
Grinding higher.
Yeah, we got Trump signing some executive orders in about 90 minutes. We do have a VIP.
Oh, somebody was saying that
Dropping,
Trump was
I
going to say
see.
something today, right? Trump signing executive orders.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, boys, I'm going to
Sold
hit it
right
here.
to that overnight VWAP and bounce. Go ahead,
The
Coach Hoop,
VWAP.
sorry about that.
Yeah, I gotta skate. I wanted to pop.
You gotta
in.
go?
It's nice to actually get in and watch cattle trade. So it's kind of nice to get in here in a session and be able to
Nice.
talk to you
4K
guys
is
a
close
little
to
bit.
2 months worth of income. For some people, yeah.
Catch you later, Hoop. We're going to have some data on your VIP traders sometime this week. I'm told it's coming this week, so
I had another person pass
be
over the
ready to start
weekend.
sharing that for you. Another pass over the
Bro,
weekend?
this market is
How many
going
is that now?
so
It's 2 or 3.
slow.
I think 3. I think that's 3. So that's why I love to see the stats and get it confirmed.
Realistically, guys, we're
And I also
probably not
told the
going
guy
to
to
see
stay
any
in the
clean
room,
delivery until the
even though
next
he's got
macro
the
time.
XFA and still, kind of keep us updated on what's going on with this XFA. So,
Thank you. All right, Coach
Awesome.
Hoop
All right,
out
guys.
of here. Good stuff
Take
today,
care.
Hoop. Keep us.
All right, I'm muting them until I see something. Okay, so far he's managing his trade with a stop loss at high of day, which is very interesting. I don't think that's a bad idea. But again, there's no model here. Nothing here tells me to short. Nothing here tells me to long. So oh man, guys. You know, days like this just remind you, and it humbles you. It's like, how much patience do you need to be a trader? It's actually wild. I can't tell you how many people today lost their asses in this price action right here. I mean, mostly new traders, obviously, but so much liquidity has been lost and gained in this little leg of price here. Brian Joy, dude, you got me. What does that mean, Brian? To Simon, off-topic question: is Trump the king of executive orders, or have other presidents made big things about signing executive orders? I think Trump is the king, guys. I don't know if you guys were around trading during his last presidency, but when he was around trading, when he was signing orders and tweeting in his last presidency, the markets just used to dump and rip randomly. Yes, I mean I don't know if it was purely algorithmic, but or if the orders themselves actually caused market movement, but yeah, the markets just like flip on a dime. Though that did happen in the Biden presidency too, but not as much. Robert, I'm $14 in the red on my 25k eval. All right, bro. Not the end of the world. And how many trades did you take, Robert? What, Brian, for tweets or for executive orders? Trump has signed more executive orders in the first month than I think Biden did in the first 4 years. In the 4 years that he was president. I'm pretty sure he signed more executive orders in the last month than Biden's whole presidency. So guys, if we can get, so I love this. This is called low resistance liquidity right here. This trend line you're seeing, it's all algorithmic. Okay. I mean, right here is 3 perfect touches, but if we can sweep this liquidity right here, as I've said before, this is major sell side, or not major, but it's on the 1 minute time frame. If we can sweep this, trade into the bullish 1 minute for value gap, and then get an IFEG, I will look for a long. How's everything else doing? I bet you nothing else is moving. Tesla at 360. So guys, I'm going to alert this in the Discord in a second, but I'm selling puts on Tesla today. Somewhere, probably between the 310 and the 270 puts. Something in here to collect some nice premium for the month. Pepe, fact, around 100 in his first 3 days. His hands has to be hurt after that. His golf lessons had to be on hold. Yeah, bro, how many times do you have to swipe his pen with those executive orders? Okay, so for those of you who sell options, I'm going to alert an option selling play on Tesla just now while we're waiting for liquidity to get swept. Okay, so it looks like Top Step TV Man ended up booking profits. You can see we inverse this 1 minute to the downside. I don't know if he booked profits, but he's in profit right now. We inverse this to the downside. I said it's not a plus. We didn't sweep any obvious liquidity. We came up, we swept this high, and then we closed back below it. So this is technically a failed 1 minute IFEG, right? Because we closed below it, then we closed above it. Now we're closing below it again. But if we can sweep this liquidity, guys, to the downside, right here, and then get an A plus IFEG, I don't think that's bad to the upside. Tell me, baby. Do. Robert, it's like no volume today, like looking at the London markets. Yeah. But, I mean, sometimes London delivers very cleanly, but this is definitely a no volume day. So, again, guys, nothing A+ here. We're waiting for obvious liquidity to get swept. We got one liquidity sweep here, but I'd like to see these two get swept and then get the A+ set up. Oh, my goodness. Pepe, so now it has to trade into that 1 minute FEG to deliver us back down to the earlier lows. Yeah, I mean, this is an IFEG that I would expect to hold, but if we're going to the downside here, this should be resistance to bring us down to this liquidity right here. But once we trade back into this 1 minute fair value gap and sweep liquidity, if that happens, right, and we get an A+ IFEG right here, that's what I'm looking for. And I want to see all this liquidity get swept to the upside. All this low resistance liquidity, this trend line, ultimately target the high of the new week opening gap, and then hopefully we get some random pump all the way up to the highs today. Maybe after Trump signs his executive order. But I still do think there's a good setup to the upside here. Hopefully. So I'm looking for something like this, guys. Long position from somewhere in here. Hopefully we get an IFEG up here. And then this would be a crazy 7-to-1 RR trade. Are we going to get this? Who knows, but possible. If Trump signs his executive order and it moves the markets, then it will be something that forms here, I think. But you guys remember what I said earlier, right? How are they gonna stop out longs that are making money today? This low and this low. So what I want to see is a sweep of these lows. Now, just because a low is swept, guys, does not mean the market's going to be bullish. We could end up dumping all the way down here, but I want to see a very bullish reaction from here, paired with an IFEG, paired with a potential change in the state of delivery, meaning we're making lower highs and lower lows. I want to see a higher high be made. Right, we're doing this, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So now I want to see a higher high be made to go up. That's what I want to see. So IFEG, liquidity sweep, change to the state of delivery. All of that is the confluence I'm looking for to go up. Oh my goodness. My God, it's amazing, guys, how people can sit at the charts for this long and not take a trade. Sometimes I impress myself. There's a lot of volume below those lows on the volume profile, so I think you're correct. Yeah, definitely worries for Shua. I don't know. Some people use volume profile. I don't really like to use it, especially not on like 1 minute time frames, but some people swear by it. But yeah, anything that helps you, right? If you have a model, guys, and you pair it with volume profile, by all means. I wouldn't use volume profile for your, like, as the main basis of your trading model. But I would have a model using the candlesticks and then use things like volume profile to help aid in your bias. Okay, so no perfect equal highs there. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. Orange for shoe. It's Confluence, bro. Confluence. Convulsion. Oh, it's so funny. Alright guys, I'm going to post, I'm sure most of you know about the Discord link already, but if you guys want to join, I'll post the community link there for you. Again guys, you do not need a Discord to be profitable, okay? I'm posting that for people that are, it's more so to be in a community. All you need, guys, is liquidity and fair value gaps. If you can master this concept, just watch, not even me, there's tons of people that do this. Tons of people that trade inverse fair value gaps. And they pair it with liquidity. And if the model works for you guys, just master like one time frame and just take it on there. You don't have to be like perfect at this, but I think of every model I've looked at, okay, every single model I've looked at and tried to trade, inverse for value gaps and liquidity are probably the best one. I think that you can use things, convulsions. That's just who is it that said that? Who said convulsions? It was Robert. That's right. It was Robert. You can use other things for Confluence, like volume profile, but literally, guys, if you can just use liquidity, maybe some trend lines here and there, and fair value gaps, you will be profitable. I promise you. And if you only stick to 1 or 2 trades max a day. Robert, yeah, I'm going to take advantage of the 3-day trial. It aligns with Wednesday, so I'm excited to see ICT during high volume and volatility. 100%, bro. Yeah, guys, take advantage. It's a free 3 days in the Discord. Now, I'm not trading every single day in the Discord, only 2 days a week right now. The rest will be on YouTube, but there is no lag there, so it's worth a shot if you guys want to join. And it's not just day trading I do in there. Most people that are in there are not in there for day trading. Most people that are in there are for my long-term positions, option selling, and swing trading. And I've been transparent with you guys before. Only about 20% of my income comes from day trading. The rest comes from option selling, swing trading, and long-term investing, dividends, mutual funds, things like that. And all that is obviously included in the Discord, so. Yeah, guys, $20 a month, bro. That's less than $1 a day. Literally, it's like what? Let me tell you right now. What the heck just happened to my computer? My Top Step just quit out. Oh, never mind. That's 66 cents a day to learn a profitable model and potentially make thousands of dollars a week, if not thousands of dollars a day, and get long-term investing, and get option selling plays, and get live call-outs. Like, I think the amount of value that's provided is high, but again, you do not need a Discord. You guys can learn everything for free. I'm even making a free course. It all comes out, every episode comes out on Wednesday, so you get 1 episode a week. The first one came out last Wednesday. The second one comes out on Wednesday of this week. And it's literally the basics of the market. So I literally go over what is the stock market, what is the futures market. Like, it's that basic, the first episode, and then it slowly gets more advanced. 4 McDonald's $5 meals, 2 Subway sandwiches, an order of General 2 chicken. What the hell is General 2? Yeah, guys, it's all about priorities. If you guys want to eat Big Macs for the rest of your lives and stay homeless, by all means, do that. What I prefer is to save the money, be healthier, and invest it in knowledge. And again, that doesn't have to be related to trading. That can be through anything. The first investment I made myself, I spent like $1,200 to get knowledge from somebody who was really good in real estate. And I ended up making I don't even want to say for the IRS to follow me, but I ended up making hell of a lot more than my initial investment. I'll tell you that. General Tso. Oh, General Tso's chicken? What, from Panda Express? Oh my god, that shit's so nasty. Don't get me wrong, Panda Express tastes good, but if you guys actually like understood what the ingredients are in that stuff, you would run away. Okay, so hopefully we get the down move here, guys, to this liquidity sweep and get an IFEG. This will be the one setup I take for the day if I do take a setup. But again, it has to be A+. I want to see a liquidity sweep, an A+ IFEG, delivering from the 1 minute fair value gap. If I don't see that, guys, no trade. Also, I will let you guys know the 50% of the current leg that we're in is right here. So I'd love to see the 50% get tapped as well. All of that in combination, in confluence with the liquidity sweep and the IFEG will be great. Warriors for Yeshua, I heard trade the pool prop firm lets you swing trade stocks. Swing trade? I've never heard of a prop firm that allows swing trading. They like to take advantage of dopamine, guys, and dopamine only happens on the short time frames. It's also, I don't know if you guys realize this, but it's much easier to be profitable if you swing trade. Much easier, okay? I make much more money off of swing trading than I do day trading, and there's a reason they don't want you to win. They don't want you to win, guys. They don't want you to win. So they typically don't allow swing trading. If there's one that does, they're probably gonna lose their asses, but we'll see. Again, guys, prop firms do not make money from you winning. They make money from you losing. Oh my god, this is getting so painful. Like, we just sat through how many minutes of this? 15, 30, 45, an hour and 15 minutes of chop. Oh my goodness, guys, who has sat through this whole chop, this whole bull flag, without taking a trade? Again, guys, what is my bias here? Everybody knows what my bias is, right? Warriors for Yeshua sat with no trades. What do I think is occurring here? This trend line that you see forming on the lower time frames, what it actually is in the higher time frames is an order block. So I think what's happening here is we're forming an hourly order block, and then the market is going to be able to deliver above the order block and trade up to the buy side. That's what I think is happening here. So when you see these trend lines form in the lower time frames, what you're seeing on the higher time frame is an order block delivering fair value to the market, and then eventually having us close above to take out the equal highs and the buy side. That's what I think is happening here. What's the best swing trade you like right now? I might sign up for the prop firm. I mean, the best one I like on the charts right now is Enphase. I don't know if you guys know the solar company Enphase. I guess we can talk about it right now while we're sitting here. So again, guys, my model works with every single time frame. Okay, this is the weekly chart on Enphase. We just swept major sell side liquidity. We're trading into a weekly and monthly order block, and now we have this inverse fair value gap on the weekly. So if we can close above this inverse fair value gap, my entry is going to be somewhere here. Stop loss will be a close back below on the weekly chart, and I'll take profits at 141. So this is a Well, I mean, I have profit taking even higher, but even if you want to hold to the minimum zone, this is a almost 4 to 1 RR trade. So this is what I really like this, but you have to see a close above on the weekly. So We're seeing a lot of volume come in, which I really like. So I think this is going to end up pushing. But again, really this trade only happens when we close above here. So Robert, lost 100 again. Come on, Trump dump. Robert, what trade are you taking, bro? Don't make me slap you through the screen, man. You guys should not be clicking buttons here. Where is the setup, guys? Where is the setup? There's nothing. This whole hour and a half, give or take, there's no setups, no fair value gaps, nothing A+. This is all garbage. Please, be smart. Robert, you need to think of my voice before you click the button. Yeah, Robert, let's tie those hands up, bro. You need some cuffs. Yep, exactly. I know boredom, guys, is your worst enemy in these markets. Again, you have to think to yourself. Just be honest with yourself. Are you clicking buttons today? Yeah, of course, works for sure. Make sure you wait for the weekly close above the fair value gap, though. So that might take months to progress. We don't know when that's going to happen, but... I tried to sign up but have insufficient funds. Well, bro, it's free. There's a free 3-day trial. You don't need any funds. You guys get a free 3-day trial. You don't need to have any money. I think you have to put a credit card in for WAP, but you don't need any funds to actually join the Discord. Just make sure you cancel if you want to be in for the 3-day trial. Make sure you cancel before the trial's up. Otherwise, you're going to get charged. Funny, my government name is Robert. Yeah, there's a lot of Roberts out there. Oh my god, if this ends up breaking out, guys, without sweeping the major liquidity, I'm going to be pissed. Does that mean I'm going to go on tilt and click a button? No. But hopefully we get a setup, guys. Really pray that we do. Oh my god, this is so painful. Tesla's pushing. Oh, Nike's coming back, recovering a little bit. I like that. What else is doing well today? Hims, wow, up 5%. Palantir, oh my god, this stock is wild. Occidental Petroleum, I want to add some more of this soon, guys. If we can get down to the mean threshold of this 3-month fair value gap, this will be a good trade, a good long-term investment in my opinion. Alright, let's go back and see. Alright, my dog is scratching on the door. 1 second, guys. Oh my god. What a terrible start to the week. I mean, not as far as trading, right? We haven't clicked a button, but I wish that price action was better. But again, guys, we expected this, right? I said no news Monday. Let's see if there's anything on the higher time frames. Oh my god, this looks terrible. Oh, okay, is this going to be the breakout, guys? Without sweeping liquidity? I really hope this is a fake breakout. If we get another move to the downside, sweep this liquidity. So this is what I want to see, guys. Fake breakout, retest traders get smoked, we come down, trade into this fair value gap, and then the real move happens here to go up. Who wants to see if I'm right? What do you guys think? Am I right or wrong? Again, does it matter if I'm right or wrong? Do I lose money if I'm wrong? No. By the way, look at the 15-second chart, just out of curiosity. 15-second IFVG after sweeping some liquidity to the upside. Everyone's going to try and take this long if it, and if it inverses, then we're going to collapse. Probably. Whoa. What the hell happened to my camera? What the hell happened to my camera? Wow, that was crazy. So again, guys, I'm on the 15-second chart here. So this is the fair value gap I'm looking at. Right here. So if we end up getting a close below it, then we should dump all the way back down to sell side. I'd love this to be a fake move up. Again, could I be wrong? Absolutely, but guys, if there's no setup, I don't take anything. It's a no news Monday. Why would I take this? Also, we're rejecting again from an hourly fair value gap, right? We know where that is from right here. I was expecting this to form an OB, so I don't know what's going on with it, but if I miss the move, I miss the move. Again, guys, get comfortable with letting a trade go without you. Most of the time, it's not going to, but sometimes it will, and you have to be okay with that. If you feel FOMO right now, bottle up that emotion, feel what that feels like, and when you get that feeling, either leave the charts or practice discipline and not clicking a button, and eventually you will get over that feeling. Stocks are like hedge funds are accumulating according to Grok. Yeah, guys, what if Grok is like the all-knowing and you end up being ultra profitable just following them? Following it. Order block is a set of down close candles. If you're looking for a bullish order block, this is a bullish order block. If we close above it, it becomes an OB or order block, whatever you want to call it. And it's basically just the market delivering fair value, and then when we close above it, it acts as support. So like in this case, we close above the order block, and we end up using it. We retest it right here with this down close candle. We end up going higher. Oh my goodness, guys. I can't believe we didn't sweep any liquidity. That, Brian, Joy, that will also come in the mentorship. I'm going to teach more about order blocks. But you can look it up on YouTube too. There are plenty of tutorials about how order blocks work. But I don't just follow blindly like a 1 minute order block. I'm looking for high time frame order blocks, and there needs to be a lot of confluence. Liquidity sweep, IFEG, and an order block or a change in the state of delivery. All those things add up and make for the trade to be a better probability setup. Yeah, I know guys that a lot of this just sounds like gibberish if you're new. Don't be discouraged. Just take it one step at a time. Learn one thing at a time, and eventually you'll end up being profitable. But you just need to don't give up, and yeah, just have screen time, and eventually you'll see what I'm seeing. You should look at those stocks for me. AZN and MU. Okay, guys, well, since there's no setup, I guess we can do that. Let's look at MU. Micron Technologies. So I'm starting off at the higher time frames. Immediately, I see this 3-month fair value gap. So I'd love to see the market trade into that. And maybe accumulate shares in there. What is this company worth? 106 billion. Okay, so they're not small. Yeah, so I mean, this could be good for the long term, potentially. Again, I have to look at their financials and see, but We did inverse a monthly fair value gap to the downside. So I would, basically, guys, I would like to see what happens in this 3-month fair value gap if we end up getting there. I don't think I would accumulate shares of this company. A, I'd have to study them, but B, I'd want to see how it reacts from a 3-month fair value gap. And the other stock was AZN. AstraZeneca, isn't that vaccine company? Yeah, I don't like this at all. We just inversed a monthly fair value gap without taking sell side liquidity. I think this might be a rejection to go lower. What is this company worth? 200 billion? AstraZeneca? Yeah, so I would love to see this end up coming down, rejecting from here to go lower, sweep this liquidity to the downside, and then maybe get a nice setup from there to accumulate back to the upside. I didn't realize AstraZeneca was worth 200 billion. Okay, so did we form any? We formed perfect equal highs on the 15-second, which really means nothing to me. But yeah, maybe we get that official retest and pump here. Who knows? But again, guys, I'm not taking anything until I would love to see this fail, sweep liquidity, and then get an upside move. Again, guys, my model is the inverse fair value gap, and I don't trade anything else, really. If you guys want to try this, retest and go, by all means. Do I like it? I don't trade it personally. And I don't have FOMO. It doesn't bother me if I miss a trade. I trade for tomorrow. I don't trade to make money today. I trade to stay alive in these markets. And if the model presents itself, I take it. If it doesn't, if it's not my model, I don't take it. If you guys believe in this, by all means, but I don't. So I like to see, there's so many people that are going to take this breakout and retest. So let's see if it succeeds or if it fails. Or let's see if what I think is going to happen occurs. Again, I'm not saying for sure what I'm predicting is going to happen. Obviously, nobody knows for sure. But if we get the IFAG set up and the sweep of liquidity, that's my signal. And I would love to see a lot of breakout traders get stopped out here, lose their asses on this downside move, and then get a real setup. Man. Guys, remind me not to live stream on a No News Monday. Okay, so there's the retest. Let's see. All right, let's pull up Top Step TV and see who's taking this on that. Wait, what? It's blocking me out of Top Step TV. Why? I have a social media blocker, and it's on YouTube, and it activated at like 9 o'clock, so maybe that's why. I'll have to add an exception for Top Step TV, so we'll do that tomorrow. But somebody else pull up Top Step TV and tell me if someone's taking this long right now. What about UNP? We'll look at UMP later, Warriors, for free, sure, remind me. But let's see what happens with this breakout and retest. Again, I want to see liquidity get swept to the downside and then get a setup. Oh no. What's happening with the breakout and retest? Let's see what happens here. Maybe it wicks, I don't know. But if this ends up collapsing, I'm going to laugh. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see. Are they sweating on Top Step TV? Somebody tell me. I can't pull it up. You remember what I talked about premium and discount? We're in premium of the range. Do I want to take a bull flag in the premium of the range? No. If this happened in discount, I mean, it'd be a lot better, but... They're not showing the charts? Why not? This is what they were talking about the whole time we were watching. They were saying breakout and retest of the bull flag. Take this long. I'm confused. They're showing people outside, so they're telling you to basically go touch snow. Go touch grass, go touch snow. Okay, so it looks like it's slightly recovering from the trend line. Oh! 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 Oh my goodness. CBRE. Okay, failed breakout and retest, guys. So everybody that was long, where's their stop loss at this low right here? And looks like they're about to get smoked. And I think ultimately this liquidity is coming. And then I think we're probably coming to trade into this 15-minute fair value gap. That's what I'm hoping. And then we'll get the long from there. But I really want to see this liquidity get swept. Really, really badly. So all the breakout and retest traders are sweating bullets here. They're praying for the gods to bring it back up. Praying. All right, so there's a stop out number one. Okay, so everyone that longed this breakout and retest got stopped out. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. The retail books teach you to take the breakout and the retest. Most of the time, this does not work. And the market makers know this. They do this on purpose to stop people out. Okay? Again, does it work sometimes? Yes. Sometimes it does, but most of the time it does not. There's the secondary stop out that I called. Right? I wanted this liquidity to be swept. I said, who's benefiting off of this trade? And where's their stop loss? There's the second one. And then the 15-minute fair value gap, we actually just touched into it. And we swept this low. So actually, in theory, guys, this is the only low that needs to be swept right here. But is there an A+ setup from here? No, not really. Nothing is A+ to the upside. If this 2-minute gets inversed, I don't think this is bad. But I'd rather see something happen down here in this IFEG. Hopefully test drop below 50%, then get an immediate bullish reaction from the 50%. It would be nice if we get a trade. Yeah, it would be great. But again, guys, am I going to cry if I don't get a trade today? No. Not crying. I'm just letting it be. I really don't want to trade anything, guys, until 50% gets swept. Until then, well, we're honestly just sitting. If there was something more A+ in here, I would reconsider. But nothing in here is A+. There's no A+ IFEGs. Yeah, so... So how many people thought this breakout and retest was going to work? That the Top Step TV was calling out. Telling you guys, you got to learn other shit. Retail trading models are not the best way. Okay, so this looks good to me now. If we can hold this 1 minute IFEG to the downside and we can close above it, that's a great long in my opinion. So if we touch the 50% here and we wick bullishly, I want to see a fair value gap get created here. Oh, it's closing. That's not good. So no fair value gap formed there, unfortunately. There is a 30-second though. So if we can close above this on the 30-second, maybe I'll try it. So we just touched the we almost touched the 50%, not quite. So again, guys, because no 1 minute is presenting itself, I will turn to the 30-second because I think it is a plus. Just because of where we're delivering from, right? If we get an immediate tap of the 50%, immediate bullish reaction, I'll look for a long here. Okay, so there's the 50% level. So my stop to break even on this trade is at this high right here. And I'll just let this trade run. Stop to break even. Okay, this is good enough for me to take. Stop loss will be a 30-second close back below the fair value gap. And my take profit will take one contract off at these two highs right here. Maybe, and then hold the rest up higher. So let's see when this closes, guys. Again, I need to see a 30-second close back above the fair value gap. This will be a trade for me. And immediately I'll move my stop to break even once this high hits. But again, I need to see a close above this fair value gap. If we don't get the close, then I don't take the trade. And the reason I'm doing this, guys, is because on the 1 minute chart, there's nothing A+. Okay, let's see if we get it. Again, guys, you understand the model, right? We swept liquidity, bounced out of 50% of the leg. Perfect IFEG here. Stop loss will be a 30-second close back below. Stop to break even will be here, and I'll just hold this and hope for a pump. So I'm not expecting to make big money here, but if the model presents itself, I'll still take it. And if it does present itself and we end up delivering, it's going to go crazy. And finally break out of the trend line that everyone got stopped out of right here on this leg of price. So I'm fully expecting, guys, to get stopped at break even on this trade. If we close right here, as soon as this high hits, my stop goes to break even. If it gets stopped out, by all means, fine. If not, then we'll deliver much higher. So we'll see. We will see. We shall see. We shall see. Also, let's see something here quick. I'm going to get rid of this black line. If we end up closing below this 15-minute fair value gap, guys, then that signifies to me that this is going to deliver to the downside. And finally, these equal lows that we were targeting earlier will hit. So I'm watching to see what happens at 50% of this leg, right, guys? if we completely disrespect this and dump, it tells me we're very likely to go down here. So maybe what happens today, guys, is we end up sweeping the equal lows. I'll take a short here if the 15-minute closes below. I'll enter on the 1 minute, obviously. I'm not just going to enter anywhere. And then, yeah, we'll see what we get. But for now, this is still bullish, right? For now, this fair value gap should be used to go higher. But if we completely disrespect the 50% of this leg and we close below this fair value gap on the 15, I'll look for a short to the downside. And you can see so far the 30-second fair value gap is being respected to the downside. So there's no trade for me here. Zero trade. But let me know, guys, if that makes sense or not. Right? This is the bullish PD array right now in the market. This 15-minute fair value gap. In theory, we should use this to go higher. But if we close below it, what does that signify to me? That everyone who is long on this leg is going to be... They want to make those people lose money. Where is that spot that they're going to make people lose money? Most likely at these equal lows. So... And it's perfect because then it gives the market an opportunity to form an order block on the hourly. And then if we can close back above it, then we should deliver up to buy side. So we'll see. We will see, boys and girls. And hopefully this hourly and the 15-minute fair value gap close below at the same time, delivering us to the equal lows. I would love to see that. Okay, I'm actually really hoping, guys, that we don't get this IFEG. I'd rather see the market deliver down, but if we get it, I'll take it. And it'll be if this is going to be a losing trade, it'll be a small loss. But I think at minimum, if we inverse this 30-second, we should go up to this high right here. So, again, am I predicting that this is going to be the low of the day? Possibly, but if I'm wrong, I'm just going to get stopped to break even. But if I'm right, we should immediately get delivery to this high. In which case I'll move my stop to break even and it'll be a free trade, in which case I can hold it much higher. So right now, is there an SMT with ES? Let's see. We're making a higher low and also a higher low here. So okay, let's see if I get the entry, guys. Again, we're still rejecting here. And I like that we are delivering from the 50%. To a double bullish reaction there from the 50% level. So we got 30 seconds till this candle closes. Who else is going to take this trade? Anyone taking this long setup, or are you too scared? Who's fearful of this trade? Warriors for Yeshua is going to take it. Again, guys, you have to be willing to accept the risk. Are you willing to accept a 6-to-1 RR trade here? If you are, excellent. If you're not, don't take it. Please, by all means, do not take a trade like that. But we might not even get it, so. See how we're rejecting from the 30 seconds still? Again, I'm really, guys, mainly paying attention here to what happens at the 50% level. So far, we've gotten very bullish reactions. So if we just dump below this and just collapse, I mean, the odds of this being the low for the day are slim to none. The odds are much higher that we're going to go much lower than this. So I need to see what happens at this 50%. I'll take it just watching so I don't miss my entry. Yeah, guys, and again, be aware and understand what you're taking. But again, if no entry presents itself, I'm not taking the trade. So far, we are still holding the 50%. Still holding it. But if we just get a big red candle here and close below it, guys, my bias immediately will flip to bearish. And these equal lows that we see here are where my target will be for the day. And then maybe, only maybe after that, we get an A+ setup to the long side. We'll see. Pepe, will you take a short of the vibe of the market switches? Yeah, so I'll still wait for an A+ setup. I'm not just going to randomly short the market, but if we end up getting a 15-minute and an hourly close below this fair value gap, because you can see it's a 15-minute fair value gap, it's also an hourly. The hourly is a little bit larger, but they close at the same spot. The hourly and the 15 fair value gap are at the same area. So if we get the market to close below this, guys, I think this will be a good short down to here. Now, am I going to take something on an hourly or a 15-minute entry? No, I'm going to wait for a 1-minute setup. I want to see 21,743. That's where the bull stop is. 743. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is sell-side liquidity. But this is not, for now, this is just a bullish fair value gap that we're holding up, that we're holding, using as support to go up. So all this 50% level is very important, guys. From high to low of the leg. If we get a very bullish reaction from it, then this should be the low that delivers us back up. So I'm watching to see how we behave here. And if we get the 30-second inverse, I'll try the long. As long as we don't get a big dump first. If this holds here and we get the 30-second, I'll take it long. And again, guys, this is I'm on eval only today. I told you guys that already. It's a no news Monday. So if I take this with two MNQ contracts, I'm risking about $70, give or take, even less, to make potentially 160, maybe more. So top step is short. Damn, I wish I could open my top step. See what happens when I open. Oh no. It still blocks me. It's a social media blocker, guys. But I'll add an exception for Top Step TV tomorrow. But I can't change the settings while the block is active. So it's 56% long. It's about half and half. How is there 55 and 55? That doesn't make any sense. It's only 100%. So you're saying there's 110% of people trading the markets right now? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, guys, if we get the 30-second long here, I'm taking it. Getting ready to click the buy button. Again, my stop loss might be lower. It just depends where the next 30-second candle closes. So I'm paying attention here to see. No close above. Also, guys, I want to look at NQ too. I wish I had the 30-second chart on NQ. So you guys are going to see how quickly... Okay, there's the entry. Stop loss for me is going to be somewhere here. Take profit is going to be much higher. But as soon as this high hits, I'm moving my stop to break even if it does. If it doesn't hit, guys, I'm going to get stopped out. So this is MNQ. I'm hoping NQ closed above. I don't know if it did. So we'll see. Again, guys, I'm fully accepting a loss here. Fully accepting a loss. But I think this is A+ up to here at minimum. And again, guys, if I lose this trade, it is one trade on the day. That's the only trade I'm taking today. And it helps me, it makes me feel better that all of Top Step is short, but we'll see what happens here. If the 30-second, guys, closes back below here, I'm going to get stopped out of this trade. So I'm getting ready to cancel the position if we close back below in the 30-second. And immediately when that high hits, guys, I'm moving my stop to break even. Immediately when that high hits. If and when it does. Okay, nothing yet. Pepe, you're trading MNQ on this eval account. It's an eval day only, guys. I only have one eval account. It's this Top Step account. So I'm risking on MNQ because it's a 50K. I'm not risking NQ contracts on a 50K account. No way. Okay, let's see if we get the stop to break even. Hopefully we do. I don't like how we just hit that high and immediately rejected. It's not ideal, but we'll see what happens. So again, guys, if a 30-second candle closes below here, I'm getting stopped out of the trade for a loss. Small loss, but nonetheless a loss. And it looks like it's going to be a loss, guys. If it closes below, I'm getting stopped out. Or it's going to be a hard stop. Either one. And I'm out. Right there, guys. $30 loss on the eval. You guys see how I stopped out of the trade? If this goes the right way now, by all means. But let's see if that helped me or if that hurt me. So you guys see how we closed above and then we closed back below? This is a signal to me that I should not be in the market anymore. No FOMO, no getting upset, no emotions. It's just trading. That's it. I waited all day for a setup and I ended up failing. And I ended up reducing, so I didn't even get the full stop loss. I stopped out before. Yeah, that was the trade for the day. And if that upsets you guys, if you're like, oh no, he's only taking one trade, then you are not trading to make money. You're trading to increase the dopamine in your brain. Telling you guys right now. If you cannot sit and take one trade during the day and then be upset if you lose that trade, then I'm sorry, but trading is not for you. There you go. And again, guys, I told you at the start of the day, today is an eval day only. I wasn't expecting anything excellent. Yeah, so I think if you guys can just realize that was the trade and be done, go along with your days, I think that's awesome. I'll still read the market to see what we get, but I don't think that anything else is A+ right now. Nor will I be taking anything on a live account. Have a good one, Pepe. Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, guys, the market doesn't deliver efficiently. In my opinion, that was pretty A+. At minimum, as a stop to break even to this high, but you can see that it didn't deliver efficiently and we closed below. So that tells me that the market is not behaving efficiently, and that's a signal for me to step aside and not be sitting in the market taking something stupid. Now, if this ends up going in the right direction now, is that going to make me upset? No. But I will just sit and let the market do its thing. And we'll wait for the next A+ setup, and that will most likely be tomorrow. Again, I'm not taking anything more on this eval account or a cash count. Anything else today is going to be paper. So let's see if this helps me or hurts me today. I took a loss on this, right? Let's see if it helps me or if it hurts me. Yeah, this is really bad, PA. So yeah, guys, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to get off here. And what I'll do, if I see anything A+, for those of you who have not taken a trade today, if you've taken a trade today, I would definitely not recommend taking anything else, okay? Technically, we're in premium orders for Yeshua, but we did enter discount. So I'm willing to take a long within premium if we touch into discount. So that's the difference, guys. You don't have to take a long in discount if we sweep into discount and then get a setup. But yeah, if I see anything A+ and you haven't taken a trade yet, or let's say you took a break-even trade, you can try this. Now, for me, technically, I did take one trade and it was a very small loss. So in theory, I could take another trade, but just looking at this price action, I don't want to be a part of it. This should have delivered at minimum to this high. So I can see already that price action is probably going to behave poorly for the rest of the day. And yeah, but if I see anything A+, I'll alert it in the live alert section. Hopefully it'll be a better setup than that. But I wish you guys the best, and I will see you guys tomorrow. For those of you in the premium Discord, we are going to do our first trading day in the Discord on Wednesday for CPI, 5:30 a.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. Brian, I appreciate your work this morning. Y'all tie them hands until you have proven yourself. Let's go. Brian, that's the way to do it, bro. I'm so happy that people are talking like that. That is the way. If you speak like that to yourself and you hold yourself to a standard of discipline, you will end up being profitable for sure. So I wish you guys the best. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.